it is permissible to pray towards what? The stick. Meaning you can make the sutra as your what? The stick as your sutra. As long as that stick is not what? Moving. Al-magruza, that's why I said the stock what? Stick. Fil ardi, on the ground. Any stick that is stuck on the ground, you can make it your sutra. Aw nahwaha, or what? It's like anything there that is stuck on the ground, you can make that in your what? Waila shajara, you can also pray towards the shajara tree. Aw ustuwana, you can pray towards the pillar. Waila imra'atihi, you can also pray towards you, your wife. Al-muttaji'a ala sarira, who is lying on where? On the bed. As long as what? She is what? Settled. She will not be moving around. وَهِيَ تَحْتَ لِحَافِهَا, while she is under her what? A blanket. You can pray towards her. وَإِلَى الدَّابَّةِ, you can also pray towards what? Riding beast. Except what? Donkey. What again? Black dog. وَلَوْ كَانَتْ جَمَلًا, even if it is what? Camel. As long as it is what? It is settled. It's not moving around. Are we together? Yeah. So now, Jama, can we rule line as sutra? Can we rule line as what? As sutra? You know, we just discussed about sutra. Can we rule line now and consider that line to be what? Sutra. Whether like this, or in cycle. So report came that Abu Huraira, you know he was a companion. Yeah. He said yes. Sayyid ibn Jubayr was a student to who? Abdullah ibn Abbas in the generation of Tabi'in. He said yes. Al-Awza'i also in the generation of Tabi'in. He said we can do that. Sufyan al-Thawri also. He said we can what? We can do that. And Imam Ahmad, we know him, one of the four A'immah. He said we can do that. And Imam Shafi'i, in one of his views, he said we can do that. Are we together? Yeah. But other scholars said no, we cannot do that. Imam Malik said no, it's not permissible. Imam Abu Hanifa said it's not permissible. Are we together? Yeah. Al-Layth ibn Sa'd said it's not permissible. But you see the likes of Ishaq ibn Rahuya, they said we can do it. Ibrahim al-Nakhai too, who was also a great scholar in the generation of the Tabi'in, he said no, we cannot pray towards what? We cannot use a line as what? Our sutra. So those who said we can use the line as our sutra, like Abu Huraira, and those people that we mentioned, you know, Ishaq ibn Rahuya and others, they cited evidence with the hadith of Abu Huraira. This hadith, Al-Imam Abu Dawud reported it in his Sunnah. Al-Imam Ibn Majah reported this in his Sunnah. Al-Imam Ibn Hibban reported it in his Sahih. Al-Imam Ibn Khuzaymah reported it in his Sahih. Al-Imam Ahmad reported the hadith in his Musnad. All of them like this, they reported the hadith through the isnad of Ismail ibn Umayyah. Ismail ibn Umayyah reported the hadith from Abu Amr ibn Muhammad ibn Hurayth al-Udhri. So this Abu Amr Afwan, he reported it from his grandfather. That is Hurayth ibn Sulaym. This Hurayth ibn Sulaym reported the hadith from Abu Huraira. He said, Abu Huraira said, the Rasul said, إِذَا صَلَّى أَحَدُكُمْ فَلْيَجْعَلْ تِلْقَاهَ وَجِهِهِ شَيْئًا. If any one of you prays, let him put something in where? In front of him. فَإِنْ لَمْ يَجِدْ فَلْيَنْصِبْ عَصًا. If he cannot find anything to put, then let him erect what? A stick. فَإِنْ لَمْ يَجِدْ عَصًا. If he cannot get a stick, فَلْيَخُطَّ خَطًّا. Let him draw what? A line. ثُمَّ لَا يَضُرُّهُ مَا مَرَّ بَيْنَ يَدَيْهِ. Then whatever passes in his front will not harm his prayer. I hope you are getting the concept. So this hadith, Al-Imam Ibn Abdul Barr alayhi rahmatullah reported that Al-Imam Ahmad declared this hadith to be authentic. Also, there was a great scholar of hadith, Ali ibn al-Madini. He declared this hadith to be what? Authentic. Al-Hafiz ibn Hajar al-Asqalani, he also said this hadith is hadith al-Hasan. If you check Bulugh al-Marami, when he brought this hadith, he then said that Lam Yusib man za'ama annahu muttarib bal Hasan. He said, anybody who said that this hadith is muttarib, has what to call irregularity, which will now make it to be da'if, he said that person has made mistake. He said this hadith is hadith al-Hasan. Are we together? But some scholars say, la, this hadith is not authentic. Are we getting the message for? Ibn Rajab, rahmatullahi ta'ala alayhi, he said there is no way Imam Ahmad documented that this hadith is authentic. They only used to follow this in the madhab of Imam Ahmad. Maybe because they got information that Abu Huraira was upon that opinion. But Imam Ahmad did not state anywhere that this hadith is what? Authentic. It's authentic. Are we together? Imam Malik said the hadith is not authentic. Imam Shafi'i said the hadith is not authentic. Imam Abu Hanifa said the hadith is not authentic. Are we together? Sufyan ibn Uyayna, he said that, in fact, Sufyan ibn Uyayna said that, he said, لَمْ نَجِدْ شَيْئًا نَشُدُّ بِهِ هَذَا الْحَدِيث. We do not find any hadith to use to strengthen this hadith, so that we say the hadith is what? It's authentic. Al-Albani too said the hadith is not what? Do you know why they said the hadith is not authentic? There are two reasons. Number one, there are people that are not known in the hadith. Abu Amr ibn Muhammad ibn Hurayth is not known. Abu Ja'far al-Ta'awi said he's majhul. Are we together? And Imam al-Zahabi said he's majhul. Ibn Hajar also said he's majhul. So he is not known. His grandfather too, that he reported the hadith from, is not known. And of course we know that whenever there is majhul, whether majhul al-hal or majhul al-ain in a hadith, that hadith becomes da'if. Do we understand? This is the first reason. Then the second reason is there is ittirab in the hadith. If you check Tahdhib al-Kamal, there is ittirab, meaning the hadith came in different phases that we cannot combine them together. As such, this hadith is not authentic. So you cannot pray towards what? I hope we are getting the concept. Because the scholars now say we can pray towards a line, they differ. Some of them say it's like this. Some of them say it should be like this. Some of them say it should be like moon even. But don't stress yourself. That hadith is not what? Authentic. Get a better one. A better sutra. Whatever I've said that is correct, may Allah reward all of us abundantly. Whatever I've said that is wrong, may Allah forgive me. هذا والله الموفق والهادي إلى سواء السبيل وصلى اللهم وسلم وبارك على سيدنا وحبيبنا وقدوتنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.